Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a smoky eye look using a palette that I love, but I don't really use a whole lot on this channel. And it's mainly because the storyline for that eyeshadow palette is just kind of all over the place, and I don't think to reach for it for a whole lot. So I'm going to be using that today and creating a very dark look and coupling that with my Ursula lipstick because I love it so much. Anyway, getting into this, I'm going to be going in with my new primer hit combo, and that's going to be my Wet n Wild matte primer for mostly my nose and chin area. Then I'm going to go in with this Hard Candy mattifying primer. That's going to be for these deep lines in my forehead because I raise my eyebrows at people like, what the hell are you thinking all the time? I'm going to take a little bit underneath my eyes for these fine lines underneath my eyes because, you know, I'm old and life has happened. I'm actually going to be getting older here in the next couple of weeks. So, I'm going to take a little bit and kind of dot it into my smile lines right down here. Yep, in 11 more days I will be 36 years old. I don't care who knows how old I am. It does not bother me. I don't mind. I mean, I've earned every bit of my 36 years. I've raised a special needs child. I've gone through way more in life than most people should have to, in the fact that I've had to bury my child. I work at a very high stress job, and I don't have gray hair. So, I don't give a shit. Anyway, I'm going in today with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is the matte poreless foundation. It's in the shade 112 Natural Ivory. And for a matte foundation, again, this is the most liquidy foundation ever. So I'm just going to kind of try to dot this around the face a little bit so that it doesn't run all over my hand while I'm trying to apply my foundation. Okay, just trying to get this on real quick. Ooh, that's a hot mess around my nose. Yeah, that's what I thought. Having some issues. I think it's time to switch out sponges because I think this one's getting a little dirty. Where like it's laying down makeup, but it's trying to pick it right back up. I've never had that problem with my other sponges, but I've never used a Real Technique sponge. So that might be an issue with these sponges. Okay. I have to blind you guys for a minute because I gotta make sure my foundation's even. Okay guys, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I think I've fixed the foundation. Now we're going to move on to concealer. I'm just going to wipe off my hand right here. For concealer, oh my gosh, it's all over my bottle. For concealer today, we're going in with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer because we're trying to pan this and we're not very far off from it. There's going to be a point here soon where the wand is not going to be able to reach that product at the bottom. But we're just going to go ahead and go in with this. Like I said, this is not a bad concealer. It's not a horrible concealer. The problem is this wand is so tiny. Like, it's not even like a good lipstick wand. Like, it's just a tiny, tiny wand. So you end up going back in and back in and back in like 1,000 times before you can get finished with your concealer. And you're just like, oh my god. I just spent 1,000 years doing that. Like, it's great for, like, middle of your nose contour. Because you can get that very fine line. But, like, when you get up here to the top to do the top of your forehead. Like, I'm going to have to dip in again. Just to get this bigger space right here. It's great for right here at the top of my lip. Look, that's wonderful. But when I get down here to my chin, I'm just going to have to roll the whole freaking thing around just to get enough to do my chin. That's not good. Anyway. So now let's blend this out real quick. Okay. Concealer is on. We are trying to pan this Rimmel Stay Matte Press Powder formula. We're doing a pretty good job of it. So I'm going to go in with this Luxie 532 round top brush. Go straight for my eyes first before they start to crease. Then everywhere else that I applied concealer, then the rest of my face. Okay. Now, for some under the eyes translucent setting powder, I am going to go in with the Pretty Vulgar powder because I love this stuff so much. This formula is beautiful. And since I'm doing a black smoky look today, I'm definitely going to need something under the eyes. Just don't know if this is going to build up enough because it's so finely milled and it's so easy to sink into the skin. I think it's just going to try to disappear. There we go. Like, it's just trying to disappear into my skin. Okay. Let me try to do a little bit more over on this side. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to go in and do our eyes. I'm doing two palettes today. I'm using, of course, the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette because what's a smoky eye without the Urban Decay Smoky palette? But I'm also going to be dipping into the Storybook Wizardry and Witchcraft palette. This is a palette that I love. It is beautiful. These shadows perform wonderfully. They're gorgeous. I just don't reach for it that much because you cannot really get a cohesive look from just reaching for this palette. So I tend not to grab it that often, or I forget what colors are in here, and when I am grabbing for two palettes, I forget what colors are in here and don't grab for it. So let me move some stuff around here, get some things out of my way. Now then, I'm going to go into Prophecy, which is kind of a white type shade. I'm going to lay that all over the lid. I'm just using this Alamar Big Fluffy eyeshadow brush to get that done. I mean, these shadows perform beautifully. I love them. I just don't get one look from this palette. And because it is such bulky packaging, when I am doing, like, I'm going to pull two palettes, I forget what colors are in here. So I don't grab it when I'm grabbing two palettes. So out of here, I'm going to go into Cloak, which is this nice gray shade. And I'm going to take that to the crease. And this is a matte gray, which is one of those colors that a lot of people either love or hate, or they shy away from. I adore a matte gray, especially when I'm doing a black eye look. I love using a matte gray for a transition shade because it is the best. Not a silver, a gray. Now I'm just blending that out, paying special attention to the edges. And these shadows perform beautifully. I mean, they're gorgeous. so now I have that gray color laid down on both of my lids. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to go into this cauldron color, which is a black color in this palette. But I'm not sure. It's not really. This is more of a kind of shimmery black. It's not really performing. So I'm going to kind of deepen this up a little bit with cauldron. And then we're going to pull out the Naked Smoky palette. Because it's not really getting dark enough. So now we're going to go into Naked Smoky and we're going to go into Black Market. And really have just crazy amounts of noise going on behind me that are distracting me so much. I want to pinpoint some black. So I'm going to go right into Black Market with this elf brush. Bleh. I'm going to go right here to my outside corner. And just keep stippling that on. Okay, that's not doing what I want it to do either. So I'm going to go into Huda Beauty Obsessions palette. Because this black performed amazingly. I'm going to dip into that black and I'm going to tap it right here at this outside corner. Oh yeah. That's giving me the black I want. And I'm just letting that cauldron black be the transition into that gray. I'm just taking this right to the very corner so that it is black black. Okay. Now then we're going to dust off this bake. We've had some fall out, but what do you expect? We're using gray and black toned shadows. Now let's do our under eye. I'm going to start with this AOA Studio E12 brush. It's the kind of fluffier one. And I'm going to go right into that Huda Beauty black. And go right to my lower lash line. Just smoke that out a little bit. Okay. Now I'm done with that one. It can go back in the drawer. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of this black market, since I did use it as a transition shade between that black and the gray. And I'm just going to kind of take that underneath here a little bit. And this is on a Luxie 221 brush. Then I'm going to just take this little Smudger E18 brush and kind of smudge that back. Now we need to do our lid color, which is going to come out of the Smoky Obsessions palette. I'm going to use Smolder right here at the outer corner of the lid, so it has that dark to it. Then on the inside, I'm going to go to I'm going to go to Slanted. Now let's get to the inside corner, because that's going to be nice black and gray across the lid. Those mix quite great together. So for inside corner of the lid, we're going to go in with this AOA Studio E124 brush, and I'm going to go into Armor, which is another kind of gray toned, but it has kind of like a copper shift to it. We're just going to go into the inside corner and down along the last part of the lower lash line. Okay. Now then, I just want to take this nice little brush right here. I'm going to dip into the shade 13, which is kind of like this whitish shade from the Smoky palette. And I'm just going to highlight my brow bone, and it's also going to even out any blending mistakes or anything like that. Take that across there. Alright. Eye look is done. So, these eyeshadows out from in front of me, and we have a very nice dark smoky eye look today, which is going to match our lips perfectly when we get there. And I went through about 1,000 brushes. So, let's get into contour and the rest of our face. Just going to take big powder brush and make sure that I've gotten all of my face dusted down. Okay, now then for contour, I'm going to be using my Luxie 680 brush, and I'm going to be dipping into my Park Avenue Princess palette. I'm going to go into the shade Crown today. I'm going to dust that off a little bit. Okay. This is a very dark contour shade. So, definitely going to have to buff that one out a little bit. So, let's see here. Get my powder brush. Get the Stay Matte powder. We're just going to swirl that around a little bit. Buff over it. Because, I mean, that's dark. That's not as dark now. So, just take it down some. Okay, that's taking it down some. Okay. So now then, we look much better. So contour is done. Let's go on into bronzer. We're trying to pan this Avon bronzer. I don't know if we're making any progress. We're going to go in with this Moda brush. Just going to get it on the brush and sweep it across the perimeter of our face here. Okay. Now I'm going to have to go back over that with some powder. Okay. Not as bad now. Definitely need to wash this brush because it's just picking up way too much bronzer and smashing it all over my face. Okay. For blush today, we're using the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush, and this is in Always Cheeky. It is so powdery. Go away. Okay. So, got those done. For highlighter today, I'm using a Jeffree Star highlighter. But today I'm using King Tut, and if y'all forgotten what that looks like, oh, did I just mess up my nail? I think I did. And I did. Oh, no. Okay. This is what it looks like. It's a very gold color. So, what I'm going to do is take and tap some onto my cheeks where I want it to go. Down the bridge of my nose. Then I'm just going to I'm going to dust off some of the excess where I've tapped it. Then I'm just going to swirl my brush and apply it with a brush. I don't know about you, but this side is just not showing So, highlighters on, blush, contour, bronzer, all of that stuff. So now we have all the powders on our face. I'm going to go in with some Wet n Wild Cucumber Primer Water, and I'm just going to spray my face down. That one's getting a little low. Okay. Now then, got that done. Now it's time to go into brow. So we panned our Wet n Wild brow product yesterday. So now we're going to start on our e.l.f. one. So let's see what our progress is on this. So we don't have that much to go on that one. But like I said, I love this product so much that I bought a 3-pack off of e.l.f. So I have 3 more of these in my drawer. But we also have this $1 billion brow product back here too. So anyway. So I'm just going to get me some color into my eyebrows. Okay, so I'm going to do a new eyeliner today. I'm using this Beauty for Real eyeliner. This is in the shade Eyeline, which is a, oh, no. This is from the line Eyeline. 24/7 eyeliner in the shade Black Magic. Not sure where I got this from, but this is a black eyeliner. So we're going to see how it performs today in my waterline. Okay, it goes on very easily. Like, there's not a whole lot of just, like, rubbing at it. So it goes on very easily. So, let's see how that works out. Now, going in with the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Like I said, I'm trying to pan this. It's not too far from happening. And then we're going to move on to the Too Faced Better Than Sex. And like I've said in the past, I'm not a Too Faced fan. I don't purchase their products. The only reason why I have that mascara is because I received it in a BoxyCharm. Other than that, I wouldn't have it. Their marketing strategies kind of like throw me off. I mean, you go from like really cutesy scented stuff to Better Than Sex to partnering with oh my god, I love her to death. She's on the Real Housewives. I love her to death. I think she's amazing. But, and having products like Pat the Puss and stuff from, you know, having like your dog featured. I mean, it's just weird to me. It shouldn't be called Too Faced. It should be called like bipolar. Which I mean, if you love Too Faced, that's your deal. I just don't support the brand. But that's just like a lot of you don't support Kat Von D or Jeffree Star, and I do. So, makeup is an individual thing. I can't lean down there today. I just can't do it. Makeup is a wholly individual thing. Some of you might like adore Too Faced and think it's the best thing since sliced bread. I, on the other hand, don't enjoy like scented makeup products. I also don't like the whole like cutesy packaging and cutesy branding for some things, and then turn around and it's like sexualized stuff for others. So I don't. And that's my personal opinion. That's like there are people out there that don't like NARS Orgasm because it's called NARS Orgasm. Look, they're not running around with like NARS Pikachu. They came out with NARS Orgasm and built like a whole line around it because it was so successful. I can get behind that. I'm just saying. Anyway, now that I have mascara and stuff on, I'm really loving this look. Those Storybook Cosmetics eyeshadows are beautiful. They are. I just forget to reach for them, and they were so expensive. I should reach for them more. They are beautiful. They go on beautifully, and I forget about it sometimes because I don't get, like you see today, I don't get a whole look from just that palette. I have to reach for another palette to get a full look. And that packaging, it's gorgeous. It sets over there and it looks so cute next to the rest of my makeup palettes. But it's bulky, and so I can't get one look from that, and I have to reach for another palette to get a whole look, and so sometimes I forget about what colors are in there. But this gray is beautiful, and it mixes well with the black, and it looks so pretty. It makes me so happy. Brings me back to my wonderful goth days. Yay. If I could dye my hair black again, I would. But my husband would divorce me. Anyway, so I'm going to go in with this Ursula lipstick from the Disney Villains collection from ColourPop. It is beautiful, it is dark, and it speaks to my soul. It goes on matte, it doesn't wear off very easily. I was able to vape, drink, eat. It wore off very subtly throughout my lower lip. I could just pat it on to retouch it and go from there. It was very, very lovely the other day when I worked work. I'm not a huge fan of stick lipsticks because I do have scarring on my upper lip and it does show better with stick lipsticks. But I love this formula and I'm thinking about buying a backup before they go off. And so I love this. Love this, love this, love this. here's the finished look. It's very dark. It is very me, and it speaks to my soul. Anyway, so let me set my face. I'm going to go ahead and set it with a matte setting spray. So this is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Mattifying Setting Spray. Okay. And fan. Okay, so I do need to reach for some of the things in my collection more often, and I think that's what I'm going to be doing this month, is making myself reach for things that I don't normally reach for. So I will be featuring things that you don't normally see on my channel this month. So stay tuned for that. Also, this Jeffree Star highlighter, I haven't been reaching for it a whole lot lately, and I don't know why, because it is beautiful. It's beautiful. So I need to really do that. I have a bunch of really good things in my collection that I need to reach for more often, so I'm going to start doing that. This month is going to be the month of, I've got it in here, and we're going to use it. We're going to be panning some stuff to get some junk out of the way so that I pay attention to the better things in my collection. And that's what we're doing. So stay tuned for that this month. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Ring that bell. Leave me a comment down in the comment section on what don't you reach for in your collection that you should reach for more often. Do you forget about things in your collection due to bulkiness or lack of cohesiveness in the package or whatever? Leave that in the comment section down below, or look in the description box. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Also, my email's down there. Send me a message and let me know what in your collection you don't reach for whatever reason, but you should reach for more often because it is beautiful and you spent your money and you should reach for it more often. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video today. I've got to go get ready for work, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Hi, turn off.